Being a rental property investor is not easy. It can be tedious, it can be stressful, it can even be scary. When done right, purchasing rental properties is one of the best financial decisions you can make for yourself and for your family. My name is Moses the Mentor, and in this video, I'm going to cover financial benefits of owning rental properties, tips on how to select a market. So sit back, learn, grow, and pay it forward. All right, so let's talk about some financial benefits of owning rental properties, right? So the first one is cash flow. Cash flow is my favorite. I'm a cash flow investor. And essentially, cash flow is your rental income less your operating expenses, which are things like repairs and maintenance. It could be utility bills, it could be landscaping, it could be snow removal. And definitely it could be property management if you're not self-managing. So all the expenses to keep the property afloat and habitable for your tenant would be rolled into those operating expenses. The other thing, if you have rental property, it's a good chance you're going to have a mortgage. So your debt would need to be serviced with your rental income. So if you have rental income minus your operating expenses minus your mortgage, that would be your net cash flow for the month. Next, we can roll into appreciation. So when you purchase real estate in general, they typically go up in value over time. So when you purchase rental properties, that doesn't change just because you don't live in the property. There's certain markets that are appreciation markets, meaning you buy them with not the intent of cash flowing or having this monthly recurring income that's a surplus. You know, you might break even, and some people, which I don't recommend, may elect to even take a loss month over month because they feel like it's such an attractive market that the appreciation is worth it on the back end. You're buying a property that's worth 200,000 today, but it might have the potential to be 300,000 in 5 years and so forth. Just an extreme example, but that can happen. So that's a big plus if you own rental properties is that your that assets, especially real estate, typically go up. There are going to be some times it may go down, but if you hold on to real estate historically, your property, your asset will grow in value over time. The last financial benefit I wanted to touch on is related to taxes. So things like mortgage interest and property taxes are all deductible, but also are things like your maintenance and repairs. So this is why I never really get upset when something is going on in one of my rental properties because at the end of the day, nothing is meant to last forever. So, but when I actually make a repair and I do it correctly, I'm ensuring that the home is in great shape for my tenant. But also, I'm incentivized because I'm able to take that as a tax deduction off of my income to kind of help offset the hit. So the property is in great shape. I'm able to collect monthly income in the form of cash flow, and I'm also able to reduce my taxable income with the following tax seasons. I also want to talk about a huge tax deduction. It's called depreciation. So essentially, what it means is that you can divide the cost of the home by 27 and a half years. So for easy math, let's just say you purchase a home for $275,000. You would divide that by 27 and a half years. Easy math, that would mean you would have $10,000 a year over the course of 27 and a half years that you can deduct from your income every year, your taxable income. All right, let's talk about markets. So there's two things I want you to keep in mind when we're talking about markets to begin with. The first one is cash flow and appreciation markets. That's very important because you might live in an appreciation market, yet you have cash flow goals. I live in Atlanta. I live in an appreciation market because this is an area where property values are going through the roof. People are looking to move to Atlanta. It's a lot of industries here. A lot of Fortune 500 companies are here. So this pretty safe bet that, Atlanta property values will increase. But I'm not an appreciation investor. I am a cash flow investor because I would like to replace my W 2 income with my real estate properties. So, because of that, I invest in Cleveland. And I know Cleveland very well because my wife is from Cleveland. So, I take my talent to South Beach. And when I say talent, my money, my resources, and my time, I take it outside of my home area so that I can invest in an area where my investment goals can be met. And that's in Cleveland, Ohio. The last thing I would suggest that you do is whatever market or wherever location that you would like to invest in or have aspirations to invest in, to stay connected to that local community. You can be on the forefront of a major development that maybe people are not paying attention to. Maybe it's 3, 4 years down the line, but when you're an investor, you're thinking about the years ahead and not the current state. So if there's a major development coming in 5 years and you know that these homes are reasonably priced and you have the capital to go ahead and acquire one, you should go ahead and do that. So keeping your ears to the street in the location that you're investing is just good business. All right, so we've touched on financial benefits of owning rental properties, as well as best practices and tips on how to select your market. Appreciate you watching the video. And if you have any feedback or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Also, want to strongly suggest that you visit my website, mosesthementor.com, where you can connect with me even more, watch my latest videos, read my blog, set up one-on-one sessions with me, and even support the channel. So really appreciate you if you go to my website. Again, that's mosesthementor.com. And I hope you have a great day. Learn, grow, and pay it forward.